MusiKraken presents the Ghost Organ. The Ghost Organ is a new experimental module in MusiKraken that allows you to play an invisible keyboard in the air. You can play notes by moving your fingers in front of the camera, so the Ghost Organ is completely touchless. And because this is MusiKraken, the Ghost Organ also supports MIDI Polyphonic Expression, per note control, and MIDI 2.0 per note events. So yes, this is probably the first ever touchless MIDI 2.0 per note controller. The Ghost Organ uses hand tracking via the camera image to detect when your fingers are down. The difference compared to a real keyboard is that instead of pressing your fingers downward, you press them toward your wrist. The thumbs move sideways. If you look at the camera image, when a fingertip moves close to the area of the palm, it will start the note, and when it moves back, the note will stop. How far you need to move your fingertip for the note to trigger can be adjusted in the settings. Experiment with this until you feel comfortable playing. The Ghost Organ assigns a note from a selected scale to each finger. This means the note played depends only on which finger goes down, not on the position or rotation of the hand. This has the advantage that you don't need to keep your hands in a specific location in the air, which can be quite difficult without a visual guide. Because the Ghost Organ relies on precise finger tracking, you need to make sure the camera can see your hands clearly and from below. It's important that your hands are fully visible in the camera image, so make sure the distance between your hands and the camera is large enough. Good lighting and strong contrast with the background are also essential. I'm afraid it won't work very well in the dark. To use MIDI Polyphonic Expression, enable it in the settings. This will not only send the note of each finger on a different MIDI channel, but also send per finger channel pressure events. The pressure depends on how far your finger moves down. This way, you can control channel pressure independently per note. The Ghost Organ module also has a pressure output port that sends the same pressure values. By connecting this to a value-to-MIDI converter, you can generate not only non-per note events like control change or channel pressure, but also per note events like Polyphonic Aftertouch or MIDI 2.0 per note events. Because the Ghost Organ only depends on finger movement and not on hand position, you can independently control other parameters using the hand tracking module. For example, you can control modulation using hand position, distance, or rotation. Another useful setup is to combine hand tracking with the transposer module. Create a transposer, route the MIDI events through it, and set octaves to 0 in the settings, and maybe restrict the octave range. Then connect the distance port of the hand tracking module to the octaves port of the transposer. Now, because transposition depends on the distance of your first hand from the camera, you can play multiple octaves at different levels in the air. You can also use the Y position or hand angle instead if you prefer. And of course, you can combine the Ghost Organ with all the other modules of MusiKraken. I hope you have fun playing with the all-new Ghost Organ.